With me right now is Richard Palmer, and coming up on February 24th will be their meeting of the Tea Party Sentinels, and that's a week from this coming Monday, just to make sure you know. That's at Clubhouse 7. And this time around, you're having a guest. I think it's a return guest, right?
Absolutely.
William Sinclair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill Sinclair is, he's one of the best speakers we ever had, and I just enjoy having him come back. Everybody looks forward to his meetings because he's so knowledgeable about so many things. It's just amazing. In fact, I saw him recently with Paul Ortiz until they had the studio he was shooting.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, but I turned the sound all the way up on my computer and it still wasn't very loud. So the sound, I noticed of certain programs, the sound isn't very good.
Yeah, I don't remember. You said he was on our show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
Yeah, just recently. But I wanted to photograph one of his meetings, but he says no, he'd rather not be photographed. So I was really surprised that he allowed to be photographed.
So he's been a speaker with you folks a few times, right?
Oh yeah, he's just an amazing guy. I mean, I just can't get over the breadth and the extent of his knowledge about worldly affairs.
Yeah.
So it's especially right now, there's so much chaos going on in the political scene right now. We went through Shift with all his lies and stuff, and and now we're getting into, well, let me talk about Bill first before I get into politics.
He's been in looks at the banking industry for years.
Oh yeah, he was there for 40 years. He was actually a naval officer in Washington, D.C. during the Vietnam War. And so he finally got out of that business and he started lecturing. He was at Northwestern University teaching them worldly affairs.
Yeah, yeah.
And now he's at Sylvester Center here teaching political science. So he's up to date on everything, and especially on these trade deals. You know, with Trump is really fighting with China and Iran, and Korea and North Korea. So I think a lot of people have a lot of questions they want to ask him, but he's just an amazing guy. And now the whole political scene is changing again.
Yeah.
Because, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Sorry. The whole political scene is changing now with Bloomberg in the scene.
Right, yeah, interesting.
So, I mean, this is really, so now Trump's got another fight on its hands, but Bloomberg has some real serious complications in his life because he has a lot of interest in China. And what people are worried about right now, he's going to undo everything that Trump is trying to accomplish with China, North Korea, and Iran. He's going to affect them all. So this is going to be a real serious election coming up.
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
But I hope, I know he's going to bring a lot of information and people will begin to understand, because a lot of people don't, you know, they say, yeah, we got problems with China, but he has heavy financial interest in China, so he's not going to give that up.
Right, right.
So we're in for a real ride.
So this is something that Bill Sinclair is going to talk about at your meeting, among other things.
Well, how can he avoid it? I mean, this is. I mean, the process for selecting the Democratic leaders is really in question right now. There's so much conflict right now.
There is, yeah.
So, but this is a new issue, and you know, Bloomberg can pour as much money as he wants to, and I know the Chinese are going to be dumping a lot of money into his campaign. So,
well, this is very similar to opposite, but 4 years ago, remember with Republicans, there were 16 Republicans running at one time. I think at the start of the the very first primary, something like that.
Yeah,
It was very similar.
that's right.
And they were all in turmoil. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, this election coming up is going to be really important.
Yeah.
There's a lot at stake, and people don't really understand what's at stake. You know, they think it's just a normal conflict between parties, but it has some very, very delirious effects
Yeah.
if it goes back to the Democrats.
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll see what happens. And, you know, you never know, as we've seen in the past, what could come of it. And it's as far as the Democrats go, and they'll be the first to admit it, it's wait and see. A lot of them, you know, we've seen they're all over.
Well, I don't know
They're
how-
all different choices and different views, and it's quite interesting to follow.
Yeah, I know, but all these the Democrats that are, you know, one by one they're leaving because they don't have the money to
Right,
stay.
yeah.
But how do they feel about Bloomberg stepping in and wiping out all their efforts?
Well, we certainly know how Bernie Sanders feels. I don't
Oh.
know about the other ones. But.
Well, no, Bernie Sanders is another one. I mean,
But it's fun to follow. I think it's fun to follow, just like it was 4 years ago with the Republicans. It was kind of like,
I know, but everything that Trump wanted to accomplish, he did. Most all
Yeah.
everything he wanted.
so we should mention that again. Your meeting is the
Oh, yeah,
24th. Yeah,
right.
and not this Monday.
Right.
The following
Right,
Monday.
that's right.
And usual as it's at Clubhouse 7. It begins at 7. Doors open at 6:30. Everyone is welcomed.
Oh yeah.
And as far as getting a hold of you, somebody can at Patriot at teapartysentinels.com if they want to do that. The website is teapartysentinels.com as well. A good speaker. You know, this guy is with his involvement in different, the banking industry and all kinds of different things.
But he's got his thumb on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just an amazing guy. I mean, I was so happy that he would accept our invitation to be our speaker, especially right now.
Right.
This is really a critical time, and a lot of people and there's so much going on with the election. They changed everything. I mean, there's so much confusion.
Well, as I said, for me, it's kind of fun to watch. I think it's like a game going on. But if you want to join in on this, Richard wants everyone to be there. It doesn't matter what your political persuasion is, because you all get to come there and ask questions and hear a speaker, and you never know what you're going to find out. So yeah,
I know a lot of candidates are really trying to come, but we have a certain. In fact, we're releasing a selection of people who to vote for. And so that's going to be controversial too, because especially for the Congress.
Yes, yeah.
We're pushing for Greg Ratz.
Yeah. Well, again, people are welcome to come to your meeting, and you always have this once a month. I think maybe in December you don't. You get great guests, and I know you were saying sometimes it's hard to get people to come and speak just because of the way their schedules are or whatever it might be.
Yeah, I was hoping that somebody from the administration would be able to come, but they're all back east.
Yes.
So, but I hope that in this election that Trump does come out. I think he will.
Yeah.
I was hoping that he would in the last election, but we're on the West Coast.
Yeah, a little hard.
And so we got our own problems with recalls for our governor.
Anything else you want to add? Any other upcoming speakers you know of that you're going to be having it? Have you scheduled?
Not right now.
Okay.
We're still working on speakers.
Because I know often you'll schedule several months out if you can.
Well, I try, but it's really hard to...
Yeah, hard to get people to commit.
Yeah, because somebody may just show up. We try.
Yeah.
I mean, it's frustrating, but we're really pleased with who we get.
Yeah.
So.
Richard, it's always good to see you.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You take care, and we'll be right back.
I certainly will. Thank you.